back at it again. This video is also for my sis and anybody else who needs it. We're going to be talking about the commutative property of multiplication. Pretty big word, means something actually pretty simple. What it basically means is that you can get a set of numbers, and no matter which way you multiply them, you're always going to get the same answer. So let's start with super basic numbers so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, and then we'll go to bigger numbers so you can see it in play there as well. So for example, if you have 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6 times 5 equals 30. So 2 times 3 times 5 is equal to 30. Now say if I flipped it, if I did 5 times 3 times 2 equals. The order that I'm multiplying the numbers is different, but the result, the answer is not going to be different. 5 times 3 is 15, times 2 is also 30. Let's try it one more way. Let's say we're doing 3 times 2 times 5. The numbers are again messed around, flipped around. But again, if we multiply, same deal. 6 times 5 is 30. And it helps whenever you get a problem like this. Let me start erasing everything. I have to find a different way to do this. Bear with me, guys. My first couple of videos. Hopefully the next ones are a little bit more seamless. But okay, for example, if we had something like, we're going to go into a little bit of basic algebra, but let's do 18 times 23, put that in, say, parentheses, times 42, and let's set that equal to n, which is a variable, which represents a number, times 42 times 18. And say I told you, find the value of n, or find what n needs to be to make this equation correct. And you could, do the basic algebra. You could do 18 times 23, which is 414. Multiply that times 42. Set that equal to 42 times 18, which is 756. And say n times, bring it down one more row, 414 times 42 is 17,388, and you could set that equal to now n times 756. And now to make both sides the same, you'd have to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. And I'll be making an algebra, just a basic algebra video sometime in the future as well. And then maybe eventually going into more complicated algebra, just FYI on that. But you would want to divide both sides by 756. And basically, n would end up being, I believe, 23. So you would have to say n is equal to 23 because 17,388 divided by 756 is 23. Cancel that out, leaves the n, leaves this answer right there. And well, yes, that works. But what you could also do is, let's see, let me just add a slide here real quick. Oh, never mind. That works as well. So let me just recopy that question. Times 23 times 42 equals n times. What you could also do instead of all that is, because you know the commutative property of multiplication, and you know that no matter what order the numbers are multiplied in, the answer is going to be the same. You could just come here and be like, okay, 18 is on this side, 18 is on this side. 23 is on this side. Nope, actually nope. 42 is on this side, 42 is on this side. The number that's missing is 23. So you know this has to be n. And that's where it really does come in handy, knowing that property. Now, just a few things. For that to work, all the numbers need to be the same. So all the numbers need to be the same. And they have to be the same amount of numbers. So 3 numbers on this side, 3 numbers on this side. And obviously multiplication. But yeah, pretty cool property. And again, just a little bit of review. Thanks, and see you on the next one.